Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine Wednesday? I am doing alright. It is incredibly warm in the UK. I got into my car to leave work today and it said it was 27 degrees. British people are not built for 27 degrees in the UK. That's not how we are made. We can go on holiday to places like Spain or go like to Florida, or maybe not Florida at the minute, but go to really warm climates for a couple of weeks. And by the end of it, we'll be ready to come home. We'll have a really good time. We'll have a really good tan and things like that. Right? But we're not built for it here. And we're not built for it here because our houses are not built for it here. We don't have aircon. This will blow, like, especially Americans' minds, because like every house in America has aircon built in. We don't. Like our houses, especially in the north of England where I am, we're not built for that. We're just not. So our houses are not built for that, should I say? So it doesn't really work. Not that I'm complaining about the weather, it's really nice. I hope on Friday on my lunch at work I can go to the pub and I have a nice cold drink with my work friends. That's my intention anyway. But yeah, it is warm. Yeah, I didn't have to go to Leeds today, which is good. Got some stuff done. I keep thinking it's Thursday for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. Probably, well, almost definitely going to be a short week of streaming next week. Just one day, so it won't be a stream on Sunday. But the rest of the week should be absolutely fine. Okay? Just because we've got family stopping. My wife's side of the family from down south coming up to stop with us. So, yeah. Need to be entertaining and stuff like that. So that's not happening on Sunday. Other than that, should be fine. Let me know in the chat how your Wednesday is going, or in the comments. And if you don't want to do that, just drop a smiley face emoji, or in fact, your favorite sunshine emoji. Let's go with that. Favorite sunshine emoji. I think that's a good one. So drop your favorite one in there. And yeah, let's get our Eternal Strands on. Okay. Right, I keep forgetting about a game we need to play, which is South of Midnight. So after this, we're going to be playing Mecha Blood, and then Wanderstock, and then we're going to be playing for the trees. Then we're going to be playing South of Midnight. Excuse me.
Again, Sev and I realized we might be able to repurpose the carapace for more than just loom gates.
Uh-huh.
Purely theoretical right now, but I'm contemplating tangle-resistant gear, or even a protective layer around the caravan.
Dom, I'm a little busy trying to look over these Tarmakine schematics again. Do you mind coming back later?
Oh, okay. You're right. We can discuss theoretical magic anytime. I'll leave you to your work.
Oh. Hey, Bryn.
Everything all right? Things between you and Dom seem off lately.
Just a tad.
A bit. I'm not sure he understands what my work on the Tarmakine smithing techniques means to me.
Have you told him how you're feeling?
It feels like he's so wrapped up in his own discoveries that he's not hearing me.
He is easily distracted.
Communication is key, folks. Communication is key.
If there's one thing I know about Dom, it's that he loves you. He must care about your feelings.
Then why isn't he asking about them? Sorry, this isn't on you. I'm just frustrated. I need to do more than just tell him what Tarmakind means to me.
How so?
I need to show him. By investigating Tarmakind practices, maybe I can make some headway on restoring these techniques. Then he'll understand.
Hey, I'm always down to investigate lost knowledge, especially in the name of love.
Ah, isn't she a good friend?
Of course.
Amazing. I'll ask the Axel if she knows anything about Tarmakind smithing in the Enclave.
Great idea. I'll meet you at Cassidon's Hold.
Alright. One thing down. Infestation.
How are you settling in, Eric? Things going well?
Good. Yeah, they're fine.
Just good?
No, not really. Something's going on at the hold, and it's making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
I mean, your boss is a
The
dick?
publicly scorched you for opening up Asylum, and yet I've heard him telling the Spindle that this could be a good thing. Meanwhile, the runners are stretched paper thin keeping supplies moving. Which, of course, leaves my people no time to deal with actual threats.
Sounds like you could use some help. What's the problem?
Really? Dancing winds, where to start? No, wait, I know. The Spitfires. A particularly aggressive group seems set on spreading through Denevron. In particular, they're building nests in some areas I was hoping to use as training grounds, but we had to pull out due to the risk.
Would the areas be safe if I took care of the nests?
Yes, though the nests are very durable. They will turn brittle if you get them cold enough.
Consider it done. Anything else?
Maybe an odd request. Could you ask Oria if I could power the scry while you're tackling them?
Why not ask her yourself?
I feel like I have a lot to learn from Oria and how she works with you. And it's strangely intimidating to admit that to her directly.
She is a force of nature. I get it. I'll ask.
Everyone's such a good friend in this game. Right, we have new quests. Lots of them. Did someone say we had craft stuff? Fracture hand spurs. Right, I think we need to get the full armor set for them, and then we'll build them. Casmin. Draining.
Bryn, I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you.
What's going on? You look pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just about those 90 Drake scales. I know Oria said we don't need them, but she just doesn't understand. It's dangerous out here, you know? Especially now that these Surgeborn are loose. We need to be prepared for anything. It's just gnawing in the back of my head.
Not 90 Drake scales. She still hasn't said what the Drake scales are for. Ask again.
You haven't told me why we need them, or better yet, why we need 90.
We want the best gear and weapons, don't we?
So Sola asked for these?
Not exactly. They have other uses too.
Do you know what I said about her looking tired?
Seriously, when's the last time you slept?
Kashar don't need as much sleep as Ashar or Casil.
But you need some sleep.
It's been a while, maybe 10 days, or a week. I'm fine.
No, you're not. You are definitely not if you haven't slept for 10 days. Or even a week.
I'm guessing Oria doesn't know you want me to go Drake hunting. Do you really think it's a good idea for us to go behind her back?
It looks bad, but she just doesn't see what I'm seeing.
To be honest, I'm not sure I see it either.
Please, just trust me.
Sad to see you so distressed. I express my concern.
It's hard to see you so distraught. I care about you a lot.
You do.
Of course.
You wouldn't if... Never mind, but thanks. I care about you too.
Want to help, but fire drake scales aren't the answer.
You need to tell me what's really going on here. I want to help, but the Drake scales? The Weaver Band is okay. More than okay. We're in the best shape we've been in since we entered the Enclave, now that we've made contact with the Heartsiders. Besides,
I mean, that's exactly it,
the
isn't
caravan
it?
is looking pretty full. It's not making sense.
You think I'm insane?
No, of course not.
Era's breath. I shouldn't have brought this up. Ugh. But you just don't understand. Everyone could die if I don't... It would be my fault.
Whatever this is, please just tell me what's going on.
Nervous breakdown.
I shouldn't have burdened you. Sorry, just go.
But Kaz...
I can't talk about this anymore.
Casmin is not okay. And I don't think bringing her more stuff is the answer. I'd better talk to Aurea.
I was just about to say the exact same thing myself. Right.
Hey, Aurea. About Casmin.
I know. I'm worried too. So is the rest of the band. Let's talk at the archive, privately. I'll join you and Lane in a moment.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Draining.
It's safe to say Casmin hasn't been acting like herself. She's always been tightly wound, but this is something else.
I'd say so.
She seems more open with you than most. Can you describe in detail what's abnormal about her behavior?
She's begging me for more supplies, even though the caravan is chock full.
Not that we could tell, because she's covered it up.
More than that, she just seems distressed. She's always talking about worst-case scenarios, and lately it's like she's convinced we're all going to die.
I have heard rumors of abnormal behavior developing in Kashar that could be linked to this.
Interesting.
What kind of rumors?
In polytheistic beliefs that are pervasive in the southern part of the Maida, there is an affliction known as Ira's Plague. The sufferer is haunted by twisted visions of death and pain. The goddess of justice, Ira, won't allow the sufferer inner peace until they repent through scrupulosity.
Scrupulosity?
Scrupulosity. What is that exactly?
Oh, my apologies. I forget most people don't follow UD in eschatological study. Scrupulosity can be best described as a series of repetitive acts that one is compelled to do. For example,
She has OCD.
Casmin is plagued by relentless images of our band dying from exposure.
She might send our point out over and over again to retrieve supplies.
Yes, in order to dispel the horrific visions.
When it's prological, ask if they're suggesting Casmin is
Are
cursed.
you seriously suggesting Casmin is... what? Possessed?
Of course not. I'm confident that this is merely a stigmatized phenomenon that could not be explained through facts or science. So the populace explained it through religious folly instead.
Any ideas what facts could explain it?
Not yet.
I didn't know Casmin was religious.
I didn't realize Casmin was spiritual. Is she really trying to hide these visions from us?
Though not devout herself, Casmin grew up with a strict Ashar mother.
You're right, she did.
It's possible Casmin's affliction was a point of shame or contention between them. Perhaps she fears rejection if she shares her experience with us.
They mentioned rumors about Kashar earlier.
Kashar. What does Era's plague have to do with them?
While most see Kashar as a celebrated merging of the two cultures, some fringe sects disagree. They believe the wider lineage simply leads to more ancestral sin that must be atoned, and thus only Kashar can be afflicted.
Really? Where do you land?
The concept of impure lineage is clearly hogwash. But I suspect the affliction could somehow correlate to the Kashar's unique physiology.
It sounds, you know what this is reminding me of? It sounds like what Vulcans in Star Trek go for, Pomfar. But that's what, like, the Pomfar is like, what is it? It's once every 7 years, and their blood literally boils until they mate, basically. They, like, can't do anything about it. It's basically because they've rejected everything but logic. But all that energy has to go somewhere. So it just, every 7 years, it just, like, bubbles up. After puberty and stuff, of course.
Alright. Casmin is suffering. We need to do something about it.
And preemptively? No exorcisms?
As I said, this is likely nothing more than a condition that has been stigmatized by religion. A scientific explanation must exist, and thankfully, we are in the heart of progressive thinking.
You think the Enclave could have done research on this?
Makes sense. Where should I start looking?
The steps in the upper city is where I'd start. Between the main building of the spire and the atrium used to stand a school for alchemists. From your explorations, the surge hit that area pretty hard, but some of the building may still be standing.
Great. What am I looking for?
Maybe the name of someone who suffered like Casmin, or a healer who treated the condition. If you find someone like that, you'll want to search the areas of the city where they spent time. Ira's plague is wildly misunderstood across the Maida. If we could find a treatment, it could help more than Casmin.
You're right. I'll start with the steps, then expand my search.
Sounds good. I like this quest. This is a good quest to have. Alright, more stuff to talk to Aria about, aren't they? Infestation.
Hi, Aurea. I am here on behalf of Arakim.
That's weirdly formal. Everything all right?
It's
Finds
what you
me
mean weird for.
intimidating. Personally, I don't see it, but I thought I'd be extra polite for his sake.
He does. Good. What does he want?
He's wondering if he could power the scry while I run an errand for him. He's hoping you'll give him tips.
Happily. But feel free to tell him I was a bit scary, to keep him on his toes.
Hey,
I like that she was like, I'm going to wind you up.
Yes. There's something I should have told you. So I'll just come out and say it. I was born in the Enclave.
how is that possible?
Oh, luck or tragedy, depending on your perspective. Before I was born, my mother and father lived here happily for several years. But they decided it would be better if my mother raised me with my grandmother and great aunts for the first few months of my life. So she left with me when I was just a hatchling, with every intention to return.
But the surge happened.
The life I should have had was lost for good. Because of all this, I never knew my father. I don't even know his name.
Oberon tend to have close-knit families.
Is it common for Oberon hatchlings to be raised apart from their fathers?
No, but it is common for extended family to be involved in the raising of children. As you know, I come from a long line of weavers, many of whom travelled in caravans their entire lives.
She's a
It
gypsy.
was apparently quite a shock when my mother fell for a hearthsider.
So your parents were looking for a compromise when it came to raising you?
Exactly. And I wouldn't trade my childhood on the road. My great aunts and my grandmother made me who I am, after all.
Fair enough.
You missed out on your father. It's natural to wonder about him.
I suppose.
So Aria wasn't told her father's name.
Isn't it a little strange your mother never told you his name?
She was separated from him so suddenly. She had no chance to say goodbye. My mother is a strong woman, but whenever I asked about him as a child, she could only manage a few words before her face would crumble. She found it too painful to discuss. and I never wanted to pry.
But now?
She's a good and really, isn't that this Arya?
He was.
Danarkage has always been significant to Arya. I wonder if it's because of her family.
Does your family have something to do with your attachment to the Enclave?
Being here has meant a lot in some ways, and in others, it's very different from what I expected. Meeting the Hearthsiders was a lifelong dream, but the circumstances of our encounter, not what I'd envisioned.
Knowing now that this is your birthplace, I can see why that would be disheartening.
This was meant to be my home, after all.
This news is a lot to take in.
This is definitely a twist. I feel like you could have told me sooner.
I am sorry for that. You need to be able to trust me.
So why hide it?
Talking about difficult...
I don't think
private
Bryn
matters
gets to be
is not
pissed
my
off
strong
about
suit.
this.
And frankly, I rarely see the point in dwelling on the past.
I guess you and your mother have that in common.
You might be right.
I mean, she must be curious about her father's identity. I can tell.
We're going to find out who your father was.
You would... help me?
Of course. Maybe Lane would have some ideas on where to start.
Actually, I had an idea myself. The spindle mentioned a statue of my mother. It's clear the Enclave commemorated their champions. I can't shake this feeling my father is among them.
You think there's a statue of your father?
I know it sounds strange, but the handful of times that my mother spoke of him, she described him as this great hero. Since she was one herself, is it so crazy to think she might have meant that literally?
I mean, there's a logic there. I'll give her
I
that.
can scope out the statues in Upper Denevron for a resemblance, if that's what you want.
Good. And thank you.
Right, there's one more. Abandoned Isle.
This is a little out of the ordinary, but the spindle gave me a key swatch. Or rather, she dropped off a letter with one enclosed on my desk in the camp. No one saw her come in or out.
Why not just hand us the key swatch at Cassidy's hold?
According to her letter, what she's asking us to investigate is highly confidential.
So, chances she was authorized to give us this key swatch.
It's a big fat 0.
Slim to none.
Where does it lead?
Starlight Cape. An island outpost that was abandoned following the surge. Strange sightings were reported from the mainland. However,
So
the
this
Hearthsiders
must be
couldn't
the
afford to
DLC
send scouts.
location.
That's why the spindle thought of us.
We are notorious for probing arcane mysteries.
Never heard of Starlight Cape. Ask what Orion knows about it.
So, what do we know about Starlight Cape?
Not much. It's a small island to the Enclave's northeast, just inside the Vale. It was fortified to watch the sea lanes, though not as heavily as Cassidy's. The rocky shore was a natural barrier to landing. Though I do recall the smith in my mother's band telling me that he'd never seen a clearer night sky than at Starlight Cape. These small islands rarely have much lamplight due to the fact that so few people live on them.
Huh.
Okay, strange sightings.
What kind of sightings are we talking about?
Apparently, the island's defining feature is an observatory at the top of its mountain. Over the years, several scouts had reported moving lights over the peak.
Interesting. Ray mentioned this island was abandoned. Wonder
Why
why.
was Starlight Cape abandoned?
Winds are always stronger on the coast, and the dramatic weather following the surge made the island inhospitable. Its military personnel were redeployed as civilian relief. And though at one time a bridge connected the island to the mainland, it was destroyed in the earthquakes.
So it's only accessible by Loomgate.
Fair enough.
How
Move
do we
on.
check it out?
Good. Here's the key swatch.
Alrighty. Alright. Infestation.
Good news.
guess he loves a challenge to play up scarier. I should play this straight, tell her he was happy
Ori is
to do it.
absolutely willing to give you pointers on the scry.
Will be
She
nice.
joked I should play up her scary side, but honestly, she's an incredible mentor. You'll be fine.
I've coordinated lots of operations from Cassidon's hold, but I never had much formal training. More self-taught. A chance to learn from someone with decades of experience is an incredible opportunity. I'll be there with you then, when you get close to the nests. They're in the Bastion's yard and Envoy's Landing in Upper Denevron.
Okay. Alright. We've got plenty of quests. With it. Let's be fine this. Ark of the Forge. We need to do that. Consult with the Axel and Cassidon's hold. Right. Starlight Cape. Thanks to the key switch left by this panel, Starlight Cape is now available via Wooden Gate. Alright. Let's go to Cassidon's hold first of all. Get all the talking out of the way. One for the trees.
Bryn, you brought your talented smith. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I was wondering if you might have any information on Tarmakine's smithing practices within the Enclave.
I'm not well versed in Tarmakind myself, but I recall one smith who hoped to make the techniques more widespread prior to the search.
Isn't that convenient?
Try searching the guild district in High Denevron for a registry.
Sola is actually hoping to restore the lost art herself. Anything else I could look for that might help her?
The Smithing Guild also had an extensive library. You might find a tome on Tarmakind that could be useful while you're there.
Thank you so much.
I admire your ambition. What you're hoping to achieve is no small feat.
If anyone can do it, it's Sola.
I don't know about that.
I can believe it. Good luck in your endeavors.
Alright.
Oria's father is unlikely to be a Casil woman. Besides, when it comes to nurturing parental figures, Ramanos's shrewd eye for politics isn't what comes to mind.
No, I can see that. Alright. That's Starlight Kit. Let's go to Archon's Hearth. The Incandescent Arch. Yeah, let's go there, because that'll be easier for getting that hammer. And we'll try and get the Ark of the Forge resonance as well. Where are you going? Hey, just bloody die. Wasn't quite what I was going for, but it works. Go down here. Search for some goodies. Run away. That's what I'm running. Okay. There was a tunnel. There's a tunnel. No. Tunnel was already upstairs. I forgot. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I need to fire this guy. Getting tempered. Okay, didn't quite help. You go bye-bye. Okay, right. Where's this Ark of the Forge? Mm-hmm. Okay. Why is this place so incredibly on fire? That doesn't make any sense. Alright. It is what it is. Not quite what I was going for. Don't. I messed it up. Right, come on. There we go. That's what I'm wanting. I genuinely can't work out if these things are easy to fight or not. Come on, asshole. Alright. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Right. So that didn't actually help us to get where we needed to go at all. Prestigious Expanse. How do we get to the Prestigious Expanse? I feel like that's over that way. Doesn't feel like it. Ah, you son of a.
Hold on.
Stupid dog. Oh, you're gonna die, dog. Get back here. Void Amber, eh? Okay. Well, let's go over here. Oh, that's right. We can't get to the prestigious expanse at the moment. I remember from last night now. No, that's not where we want to go. Right, we're gonna go find this icon. Yeah. I don't know. Just like some sort of bucket. Okay. That's fine. Let's go up here. That was interesting how the I'm gonna stop wasting my time with this. It's one thing I do like about this game, like with the bow and arrow, there's no ammo. Is this... I've already been up here, haven't I? Alright, that's where the... Bye, boys. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, we are doing pretty well. All samples. Hey, get back here. Thank you.
Resonant field? Stance is where the Enclave farmed much of its coral.
Okay. Who just shot me? Alright. Doing alright. Where is this Archon? Alright, at least we're farming plenty of stuff, that's something. Right, what's up here? All these doors, we can't get to them. Why can't we get to them? Okay. That's somewhat confusing. Right, let's go down here. See what there is down here. Ah, the Archon. That's what's down here. That seems like a big drop.
Remember, Wynne, the spindle needs you to harvest a resonance from one of these massive arcs.
Yep.
The Ark of the Forge, built to equip Archons. Watch out for that hammer.
Right, so we need to get that thing off his shoulder. Come on, further up, further up, further up. There we go. One side of it down. Where's the rest?
Arcane Foundry. Every Archon was assembled and enchanted here.
Alright. Oof. I wouldn't die to this thing. Nope. I know how to get what I need off it. Where is it? There's nothing else I can see. Unless it's that thing in basically where it's... well, frankly, where its dick is. No, down, down, down. Rin for... I was nowhere near where that hand was grasping. Right, just fling me off. Flame to hammer. Okay. Flame two-hander pickaxe. Okay. That was good. You fucking die. Right. And we picked up a couple of vitality potions. That's good. I don't understand how to kill this Archon. Well, I kind of understand how to kill it. What I mean by that is how to harvest it. Because there was an obvious bit that was its shoulder armor. We discovered the march. Let's see if we can observe it from up here. So it's got a vulnerable spot on its back and on its belly. Right. Was the thing on the shoulder armor? We are missing something because it isn't. I think when it lights up, it's like it sets itself on fire, right? When it sets itself on fire, you then have to wait for it to like gas itself out, and that's when the locust would appear. But we're missing something on how to get the locust to appear. So yeah, when it does this, in a minute, it's gonna basically gas out and can't and won't move. If I when it did that, it didn't give me Right, come on, I need you to gas out so I can try and figure this out. Like that. And do I need to kill these things? Yes. Yes, I do in fact need to destroy those things. Okay, and we're exploring during the course of trying to figure this out. We are exploring quite a lot of Archon's Heath.
The carapace chamber must be where each arc was fitted for its plating.
Oh, there are too many bad guys here. Vitality potion there. Where are you, you stupid Archon? Right. I feel like that is a good thing for us to have done. I'm not sure what else we can do. We took out both of the things on its hammer. That only works if there's only two to take out. This may be the rest of the stream trying to figure this out, folks. I want to figure this one out without, like, actually Googling it. Yeah. I can do that too, also. Where you going? Come on. Yes, I'm here. One, two, three. There's more. One on the other side. Don't appear to be. Cheeky bastard. How dare you throw shit at me? Alright, what else do we need to do? Is it the thing on its chest? Could be the thing on its chest, but it doesn't look like... I did try and press the health button, then. Well, that's just plain annoying. Alright, okay. I mean, it does say that we can harvest any arc for this. It doesn't have to be this one. But also, we kind of do need to harvest this one. You know? Because it will give us new powers. Okay, let's go around here. I feel like this is the way we went to get to where it was. Stenic. That's new. Is that a ladder? I think it's supposed to be a ladder, but like, I don't think we can actually use ladders, so... Alright. I don't understand what else it is we need to do with this thing. Oh, he's got his full arm back. No, we don't. There's too many bad guys around here. Ice Wall's not going to do anything against this thing, is it? He's finally taking out some bad guys for us. On Ark of the Forge. Right, that's a good sign. Yes. There we go. Right, where's the locust? On its shoulder. At least he can't try and grab us off. Ah! I was literally just in the process of saying at least he can't try and grab us off. Apparently I'm wrong. That's it. You keep trying to hit me with your hammer. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Alright. Give us a minute. Get his bearings back. Alright. So basically, once you get everything destroyed that you need to, the locus is permanently visible. That is good to know. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah.
Perhaps this will be enough to dispel her nerves.
Only one more to find out.
Molten Barrage Strand. Okay. Alright. I'm happy now. Now we've got there. Come on, just die, you stupid dog. Okay. Alright. We found another loom gate, didn't we? Just where was said loom gate? It was in a region. The Axel's Arch. That's where the other loom gate was. Give me there, boys. No, you come here. quite like the fact when you use the ice wall on these enemies, you actually turn them frozen. That was a very cool effect. Like, no pun intended, but it was a very cool effect. I like that. Alright, we're going this way. Here we go. Ooh. You too. Emerald Lucen. Loom gates. Let's have our own Bob for this. Come on. Alright. Nicely big ass explosion. Ooh, you missed, asshole. Hey. Here, look. Goodies. Yeah, I think I properly chucked the white dude off there. Which was entirely not my intention, but Axel's arch. Nice. Alright. Where's Cassian's hold? Why can't... Eh? Is it everywhere but the Cassian's hold? Alright, let's go back there. I wasn't blind then, was it? It wasn't there. It's, and I keep saying Cassian, not Cassidy, because I'm watching Andor. I'm a nerd, leave me alone.
A resonance, freshly pulled from an arc's pattern, as requested.
By the flames! You can't be serious! This is incredible! You know, great archons weren't built with patterns. They formed propel my research faster than...
What is this about?
Nothing.
Is that so? Then why is this rogue point harvesting Archons for you?
Shut up, you're a dick. Spindler's doing important work, stand up for her.
Khan Stanild. Isla is the spindle. Patterns are directly tied to her domain when you hear what she hopes to achieve with the Arcs.
I'm well aware of my daughter's ambitions, newcomer, and I have given express orders that she is not to pursue them.
Daughter?
The reason you didn't want me studying active arcs was because it was too dangerous to harvest one. But Bryn offered to do it for me. None of our people were put at risk.
The reason I didn't want you researching arcs is because I ordered you not to. Not as your father, but as the leader of the Enclave. This insolence and disrespect will not be tolerated. You will drop this obsession at once, Isla. For good.
Hey, are you...
I can't be seen speaking to you about this subject anymore. I'm sorry,
I tried.
but I need to get back to work. Goodbye.
Your dad is a dick. Alright, let's go back to the way station, get our new power.
Bryn? Hi, Sola. Everything okay? Hmm? Oh, yes. Welcome back. It's good to see you safe. Could we talk when you have a moment? Of course.
Can we upgrade stuff? No. Not yet. We've got to progress further. Which is fine. Weave strand. Flame powers. I was trying to unlock a new power. Yes, please. Fragile mountain power resonance. Magically inscribe a line of runes on any surface to rapidly emit balls of flame in random directions. Interesting. Not sure how useful that one's going to be. But right, let's talk with Solar. Question of loyalty.
You wanted to talk? Mm-hmm. Can you walk with me? Why all the mystery, Milady Smith? In a word, I'm worried. About? Sev. He's been acting strangely. Has been since we met the Hearthsiders at the Hold. He's going there a lot in off hours, and he honestly looks a little exhausted. Dom, of course, stays up later than us and says he's often slipping away. Have you asked Sev what's wrong? I have, and he waves it off every time. What do we do about it?
Spy on him, obviously.
Sev completely cut me off. But you know how I tease Lane for watching us all the time? Maybe that will pay off here. I hate this cloak and dagger stuff. You do? You seem pretty good at it. Talk to Lane for me. I'm sure they've seen what Sev is doing, but maybe they also have a guess at why he's acting so odd. Okay, let's go back before anyone gets nosy. And if Sev asks, Blood Moon cycle. Not sure if Ram blush, but he sure does.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I like that. We need a bloke to stop talking to us. Just start talking about periods. Cool.
We need to talk about Sev.
Wait, you know why I'm here?
I'm a keen observer, and you have no Pangel face. Also, Solar has many strengths, but subtlety is not one of them.
Fair.
Sev, however, is somewhat more adept at hiding things. He's been moving back and forth between here and the hold quite regularly. Let me ask you something. Did you notice anything odd when you were at the hold?
There was a moment when Sev approached the Eye to speak alone.
Ah. That confirms my suspicion, then. Have you noticed that Sev and the Eye wear a similar symbol?
No.
I had not.
The symbol looks to be a stylized... well, I'm not sure, but I think it's something akin to a water wheel. I don't recognize it myself, but given the Eye is wearing it, the Enclave might have some record of that particular symbol.
The archives in the Spire might have something, though I'd rather just ask Sev.
Given his secrecy about this whole affair, I can't imagine he will be forthcoming.
Good point. And yet, either way, time for a little investigation. Hey, Big Eye. Everything okay?
Yes, mostly. I was wondering if you had a moment sometime. I might need your help.
He seems nervous. Reassure him.
You know you can count on me, Sev. I'll come see you when I have a moment.
Thank you, Bryn. I'll be at my usual place.
Alright, let's just quickly go talk to Sev.
You said you needed some help, Sev? What's up?
Have I ever told you how I envy your clarity, Bryn?
How so?
Maybe I'm just romanticizing it, but you seem like someone who's always known what you wanted to do. To be.
I was born
That
in
would
the
be
days
nice.
of a liberation war, Sev. It never made sense to me that I couldn't be anything I wanted. So I just decided.
I wish making decisions came so simply to me. Perhaps you can give me pointers when the time comes. Anyway, I've been working on a side project to help the Hearthsiders, and I'm having trouble sourcing some rarer components.
I'm reluctant about this, but can do. I'm curious about this project. Dig for details.
What are you working on?
I can't say much, but I can tell you it's a project authorized by the Eye himself.
That revelation would carry more weight if he weren't an ass.
I mean, very true.
No, he can be abrasive, but he's got a plan. Says he's been working on it for years.
Do the Axel or Spindle know about this plan?
I'm honestly not sure. I don't think they have details, no.
But you do.
He's sworn me to secrecy. But I promise you, Bryn, it's nothing against us.
You're sure?
I know I come off as a pushover, but I know when to hold my ground, and would never harm this group, Bryn, I swear on my tusks.
I'm reluctant about this, but can do it for him. Tell him so.
I'm game, but I want you to know I have reservations. The Eye hasn't exactly been helpful to us.
I completely understand. I'm probably crossing some lines, but I'm glad you're hearing me out. I've put together a schematic and I'll leave it with Solar. The majority of the asks are reasonably mundane. It's just...
Oh no.
Well, I need some particular secretions from a glass tail.
Why is it never onions?
Good point.
You know, small, green, distinct lack of talons. Never flash freeze you into an icy prison, though I suppose both can make you cry. I'm kidding, Sev. I'll see what I can do.
Alright. Let's save the game there. Alright, folks. We made quite a lot of progress tonight with some quests. We discovered that the Eye continues to be a complete and utter arsehole. And yeah, we're getting into the weeds. I'm glad we managed to harvest the Ark of the Forge. We know what to do now. Whether I remember that tomorrow is another matter entirely. But we'll go try and I think what we'll do is we'll try and get another weave from the Ark of the Forge, and then we'll go to Upper Denevron and start doing all those quests, because there seems to be quite a lot in Upper Denevron, so we'll do that. And yeah, and then carry on from there. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help me out. And I will be back tomorrow, around about the same time, for the exact same thing. Some more Eternal Strands. And yeah, that'll be the last stream of this week. So thank you so much. Sweet dreams. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.